Okay, so let's talk about Joe Manchin. Okay, so Joe Manchin is a senator out of West Virginia, right? Pretty much a dinosaur within, uh, government. I don't necessarily know his full past, but he is 74 years old right now, which is another reason why I feel like we should have age limits and time limits. But who am I to say, right? And yeah, I don't really even care how to say his last name, Manchin, whatever. We'll just say Joe, okay, for the sake of for the sake of the live. Every single thing I have found out about him was through my own rigorous research, and it's frightening. It's really frightening. The type of personal investments this man has in things that he should not be having, and the way that it's literally going to impact this whole entire, not just the US, but this whole entire globe in the long term is absolutely insane to me, right? West Virginia is near last in the US rankings of education, clean drinking water, and child mortality, mostly true by PolitiFact, right? So let's put this into perspective. Joe Manchin is representing one of the states that has the lowest, not even low, the near last in the US for education. I mean, clean drinking water and child mortality is also two very, very, very important and sad things to have an issue on. But when we're talking about education, right, West Virginia is lowest, if not lowest within all of the US. So Joe Manchin says that he will most likely not sign off on the Build Back Better Act, right? This is a problem because we are barely Democrat, right? It's split in the middle, and Kamala is the tiebreaker, right? Technically making the Senate Democrat, okay? Technically. Joe Manchin identifies himself as a centrist. He's a center Democrat, right? If he does not vote for Build Back Better, it's terrible, because if he votes no, it's essentially going to ruin the whole entire thing. Now let me explain why this is going to be really bad, okay? If Build Back Better does not pass, first of all, none of the things planned in that $2 trillion plan is not going to go through, right? So the infrastructure, the putting money into communities, the environmental aspects of it, it's all going to go to crap. Like, it's never going to happen. Number two, when the Democrats run within the next election cycle and 2024 for presidency, we are not going to have anything substantial to run off of, right? The Build Back Better Act is supposed to be that number one thing that Joe Biden has to say, like, yes, I was able to do this. I was able to pass this in my presidency. If he does not do that, on top of the mediocre job that he's been doing so far, we are going to have nothing. And we're most likely going to flip back to Republican. Not only that, most of the climate change, advocacy and the things that we're trying to change to save this earth will most likely go down the drain, because the Build Better Act is really focusing on that. Okay, why does Joe Manchin not want to support the Build Back Better Act, right? I'm just gonna call it BBBA just because it's a mouthful to keep saying over and over again. So I had to do some research. I had to do a lot of research, actually. Joe Manchin's Dirty Empire, literally the first freaking article that comes up. For decades, Manchin has profited from a series of coal companies that he founded during the 1980s. His son, Joe Manchin V, or whatever, has since assumed leadership roles in the firms, and the senator says his ownership is held in a blind trust. Yet between the time he joined Senate and today, Manchin has personally grossed more than $4.5 million from those firms, according to financial disclosures. So this is what is publicly available to us, right? We don't really know what the actual number is. Top industries that he has gained money from from 2009 to 2022, right? Oil and gas, he has received $1 million Over $1 million from oil and gas, and from coal mining, he has received about $800,000, over $800,000. Assets held for investment. So he has about $500,000 in assets for InterSystems, which is a company that he, apparently, according to Intercept, founded. Viatris Incorporation, and then First Energy Corp. Viatris, I'm assuming I'm saying it right, total of $220,000 from 2009 to 2022. Let's look up Viatris Incorporation. Manchin received large campaign contributions from daughter's company amid EpiPen scandal. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. In a recent investigation by The Intercept revealed that Senator Joe Manchin's daughter worked for Pfizer Incorporation in 2016 to monopolize and raise the price of EpiPen while the company gave generous campaign donations to Manchin. Okay, so not only is this man corrupt when it comes to energy, he's corrupt with the biopharma companies too. The company raised the price of 2-pack EpiPen from around $124 in 2009 to $609 in 2016. Before it became Viatris, hold on, was Viatris the company? Viatris, oh my god, Viatris was his daughter's company. So she was the one that contributed $211,000 in within her father's campaign or whatever for running for Senate. The way she was able to fund this campaign, right, this money, was to raise the price of insulin by almost around $500 per insulin pack. So this is the first one. We just looked at who Viatris Incorporation is, right? Within the 2009 to 2022 election, $150,000 from a company named First Energy Corp. Let's look at First Energy Corp, right? First Energy Marion County coal plant admits bad deal for ratepayers already facing high energy burden as Manchin profits. Oh my god, are we surprised? Are we surprised? All right, we're getting an idea that Manchin is raising, or he's profiting off of the raised money, the raised cost of First Energy, right? First Energy drops $250 million proposal for aging coal-fired power plants. Victory. The West Virginia Public Service Commission approved a settlement halting First Energy's plan to spend approximately $250 million on 2 aging coal-fired power plants. So it seems like First Energy wanted to drop $250 million to fix 2 coal-fired power plants. So all we did was look at the first 2 top donors, and we just uncovered a bunch of BS. As you go down the list, every single one of these, you will find some kind of a rap sheet. Joe talks a lot about coal mines, right? Like, coal mines is literally his thing, okay? He freaking loves coal mines. Why? Because he makes so much money off of coal mines.
I plan to deliver a series of speeches on energy. And I plan to start with coal, which I know is no surprise to you.
I love how he said, which I know is no surprise to you. Yeah, dude. It's no surprise because that's literally how you make your freaking money.
Which is America's greatest energy resource.
No, it's from literally the 1800s. It's not the greatest energy source, and it's killing the freaking planet. But you don't care because you make personal money off of it. He is literally against it because he has been an advocate for coal mines since the dawn of time. Literally because he's making private personal money off of it. That's it. That's the only reason why.
Number 2, the coal industry and its supporters have been falsely portrayed by opponents as monsters that have done something wrong, that they value money over health and the environment. And number 3?
No, people are saying that about you, dude. No one said that about coal mining workers. We're just saying that about you.
Coal has a distinguished past. In fact, you can't tell the history of America without telling the history.
Are you a dinosaur? How many times are you going to talk about the 1700s and how we used coal to build America?
In fact, when James Watt invented the steam engine, he used...
Why are we talking about the man that invented the steam engine? Bro, this should be more reason as to why we should not back coal, because literally none of his examples are within the present day.
Of coal miners. So they don't always give miners the respect that they deserve. The fact is they deserve the same respect as our military veterans.
I don't disagree with the fact that we should be respecting coal miners, because obviously that's a very hefty job, but he respects them so much because they make him money. Let's be real here.
That was never so clear than in World War II, when Franklin wrote.
Oh my God, now we're talking about Franklin Roosevelt.
From the very beginning, coal mining was tough and demanding. It still is. But today it also is safe and efficient, and it's even high-tech.
Did he just say coal mining is high-tech? Did he just say that coal mining is high-tech?
And provide the energy this country needs. And I can't understand it either. I really can't. It doesn't make any sense. Coal is America's most...
He looks so sweet and innocent. He really does. He looks straight up and he's like, I really can't understand why. You look at him and he looks like that sweet man that sits on the porch and gives kids candy, sits with his coffee. Little do you know that he's a little conniving that actually makes a lot of money off of coal mines. Let's see what he has to say in a nutshell, okay? Let's hear it. Poor former President Obama for having to listen through that, because I would have honestly walked out.
For those who are saying that we are destroying the climate, the global climate, because of the coal that we're burning, we burn it better and cleaner than most any nation on earth. I am not a climate scientist. But
Clearly you're not a climate scientist, my guy, because you don't know anything. Yo, this nutshell is freaking golden. Oh my God. You know what? I'm done. I made my point. I'm gonna drop my mic now. Manchin is a piece of... I'm really trying not to cuss here. I'm really trying to be somewhat respectful. I just want 5 minutes with Joe. I really do. I just want 5 minutes with him. I just want to be like, Joe, why? Why are you such a greedy little capitalist? I mean, you look at this article. Joe Manchin, who is holding up crucial climate change initiatives in Biden's reconciliation bill, collects $500,000 a year from coal stock dividends. What kills me is that this man is well above 70. He's 75. So why are you still being so greedy with your money? Why don't you just go and retire? He's received thousands from Exxon lobbyists and Republican oil and gas titans. Manchin cites a blind trust to justify climate votes, but much of his family income from his family's coal company isn't covered. Yeah. Are we surprised? His family's business has made millions by taking waste coal from long abandoned mines and selling it to a power plant that emits air pollution at a higher rate than any other plant in the state. Then you have to go back to, okay, why is he against the BBBA Act, right? Why is he against Joe Biden trying to work against climate change? Because he makes money off of coal waste. We're not talking about regular coal mines, we're talking about coal waste. So then when we're talking about that company, right, that I just talked about, that enterprise could have taken a hit under a key part of President Biden's climate agenda, a $150 billion plan to push coal plants towards cleaner energy. So within the BBBA, $150 billion of that plan is to try to push coal plants towards cleaner energy. Okay? So when we talk about Joe Manchin being the only person to not sign on this, it is literally because $150 billion of that plan is only going to be dedicated to pushing coal plants towards cleaner energy. Why would Joe Manchin care? He's not going to be alive 50 years from now when the planet has gone to crap. Why would he change? Why would he advocate for climate change when he's literally made his whole entire living, his career, off of dirty fossil fuels, dirty energy? And what's really sad about this is that he will never become self-aware to realize what kind of a detrimental impact he's had on Earth for the time that he's been here. His kids probably don't care. What's the point of him being a Democrat? At this point in time, given the Democrat vote that we need on BBA, it doesn't matter if it was him or a Republican representative. It literally does not matter. Both will vote no. So whether he is signed up as a Democrat or not, I don't really care, because at this point in time when it matters, he's not a Democrat and he's not acting like one either. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching me. Also, Twitch streams are going to start at 7 p.m. from now on, because people have said that 8 p.m. is a little too late, especially for my little East Coasters. So they will be starting at 7 p.m. We're going to try this out, see how it works, see how it doesn't. We'll just go with the flow and see how we like it. Have a good night, guys. Bye.